So one question I recall coming time and time again is why we're doing the second ballot. Hi and welcome. My name is Scott Haslam, President of the Leeds #1 Amalgamated branch of the CWU. I'm joined here by Carl Maden, the National Officer what covers technical services, engineers, Royal Mail Properties and Facility Solution, admin and also engineers, but also the broader Royal Mail Group policies and agreements such as your bread and butter conduct and attendance. Right then Carl, thanks very much for coming to Leeds, much appreciated. We've been all over the city really, but I just wondered if you'd like to talk about feedback from the members you addressed today.
Oh yeah, it's been a brilliant day. We've been meeting people obviously within the mill centre, engineering and fleet. They all understand why we're doing the second ballot and obviously have asked questions, but once we've given the answers to them and they're all up for it and are all voting yes. As you see from the support that we've got as well, with people being prepared to stand in the photos and have it done, and they're all waiting to get their ballot papers and get them sent back and send the message to Royal Mail that they're not having any change imposed on them.
So one question I recall coming time and time again is why we're doing the second ballot, and that's vitally important that we answer that question and we share that information as widely as possible. So I was wondering if you can quickly explain why that second ballot is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, so we did the first ballot, which was on pay. We've got that in the bag with a 97.6% yes vote, and thank you to everyone that supported the union on that ballot. But now we have to do it again, because this is about the change elements that Royal Mail want to impose. We have to protect ourselves from having that in, so now we're going back out again, turning the ballot around really quickly to make sure that we've got the ballot on the change and making sure we get agreements for the change that need to be implemented.
Carl, what were the overriding concerns from the members today?
Well, there was a number of concerns. The first one is that, obviously the business are looking to take the union out of the workplace and impose the change. That they were saying that they're not going to allow that to happen. They're going to get their ballot papers back. They understand why we're doing this, and they're prepared to back the union again after such a great result previously, in order that we can get the change that's required and that it's negotiated. There was also some concerns about the changes the business wanted to do to people when they're at their most vulnerable, around the attendance agreement and the ill health retirement agreement and attacking the sick pay. Clearly we can't allow that to happen.
So the functions that we've visited today was the Leeds Mail Centre, the processing and distribution function. We did touch briefly into the property and facility solutions function. You've visited the Royal Mail engineers in the Mail Centre, and you've also been down to the fleet. So you've got a broad spectrum there within your department, and it's certainly true that every single member from all these different functions are saying the same things, aren't they?
Yeah, they're saying that they're back in the union. That Royal Mail, that they don't trust Royal Mail. Royal Mail have abused and lost their trust. They know that the union is going to stick up for them, and therefore they're going to be backing us again in this ballot.
So one thing I'd like to touch on briefly, you've been up in Yorkshire for a number of days there, but you were up in York yesterday for the Royal Mail AGM. So I just wonder if you want to talk briefly about the picketing there and the sort of message that you was speaking about.
Yeah, we had a number of our reps outside the venue of the AGM yesterday, just to make sure the shareholders know about the hypocrisy of the business. On one hand, they say there's no money. On the other hand, we had big massive posters, what they had been paid and the bonuses that they've got. It's funny how Royal Mail can find money when they need it, but when it comes to our members and having a share in the company, that they then turn around and say that not only is there no money for that, but they need to pay for anything else that they want with the change and productivity.
What would you say is the three more important points that any member should take away from this second ballot?
Back your union. We have your interest at heart, the company don't. Secondly, we are not facing away from change. We're happy to deliver on the change, but it's got to be the agreed change that we have already signed up to. And the third one is to make sure that you vote yes when you get your ballot papers next week, and send the message to the business that we won't be walked all over, that the union is here, we're here to stay, and any change that comes in will be negotiated with us.
Hope you found that video useful. Please give it a like, leave us a comment in the description below, and if you haven't done so, share it with your friends and on social media. Remember, unity is strength. Thanks for watching.